so mad. I was angry. I sat in, I was like, I ended up laughing. You know, like when you're angry and you start laughing, I was laughing and I was like, so you trying to tell me that. What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel and another video. So today's story time is to tell you about our run-in with Corona, my Corona experience. When I say ours, I mean mine and my brothers, because siblings that get sick together stay together. Apparently, we have to share everything in this household. So before we get started, please remember to like and subscribe and join the journey. And let's get into this video. So on the 29th of June, it was a Monday, my brother started feeling sick. And we thought nothing of it because Matthew has asthma. It's winter, Matthew's not going to feel well at some point in time. But honestly, you should just be fine. And he just started feeling progressively worse. So, he started taking flu medicine. And by the Thursday evening, I was like, but why is my shoulders so heavy? So when I start getting sick, I feel it in my shoulders. I'm like, why is my shoulders heavy? Why am I so just tired and run down? And my mind went to, Matthew is sick. We just came from a funeral. And I immediately was like, Corona, is this you? And I went to my mom and I was like, could we have Corona? Could we have Corona? And she's like, no, man, it's just a flu. Just go to bed. And, I ignored it. And I was like, it's been a rough couple of weeks. I had exams. I had the funeral. I had family drama. And I was like, you are fine. Just go sleep. You are psyching yourself up for no reason. Go sleep. So the Friday morning, I wanted to create videos. I was so inspired and I was like, just get your life together, start up your YouTube again, just do what you need to do. And I was trying to get myself together and I was like, but I'm not feeling good. I couldn't move. I was so just like slump and in my bed and I was like, this is not happening today. So I was like, Mom, I feel sick and I just can't do anything. And she was like, just start using flu medicine because it's just flu. As much as we know Corona is out there and we are so conscious of it, we wrote it up to flu because we were just hoping for the best. So it was just flu. Just, take the flu medicine, go sleep, you should be fine. Like, stop complaining. And by the Saturday morning, we were just really not doing good. Matthew was sleeping all the time. I was in bed with my chest was sore, my ribs were hurting, and I was like, this is not normal for me. I never get rib pain. And my mom spoke to our doctor, so she messaged our doctor with our symptoms. So we have a really good doctor, and she just phoned my mom back immediately, and she was like, that sounds like Corona. Isolate them immediately and bring them in Monday for a test. So my mom is like, but what if it's just the flu? And she's like, it could just be just the flu, but you need to treat it like it is Corona. So we went into isolation on the Saturday. Being isolated made everything so much more real and scary for me, and I immediately just felt anxious and anxiety racing through me. And I was like, it's Corona. It's, in your mind, I was just going Corona, Corona, Corona. You know all the statistics, all of the horror stories of Corona, and you're just like, this is it, this is it, this is it, Nina. Pack your bags, you get ready to go. So at that point, I didn't want to worry all of my family. So I messaged one cousin, and I was like, I could have Corona, but talk me down because I'm hyping myself up. And she was like, no, girl, it's just the flu. You need those people. They're just like, it's just the flu. You're just tired. Like, no, it's not Corona. She was like, you should be fine. So the weekend passed, and the Monday afternoon, we went to our doctor's office. And the Corona doctor that was on duty that time told us because of our age and the fact that we don't really have comorbidities, the labs in Cape Town have decided they don't do tests. They don't run tests. So I'm 19, my brother's 21. They don't run tests on us. They run tests on people that have diabetes, high cholesterol, and are over 50, give or take. But she looked at our symptoms and she was like, you definitely have corona based on our symptoms. And by this point, my brother had lost his sense of taste and smell. So I was like, there's no way there's anything else that this could be. It is corona. So because we were at a funeral at the doctor's office, we had to try and count back and figure out when this could have happened, how, and just figure it all out. So based on timelines, we figured out that this did not happen at my aunt's funeral. And it actually happened in my house. So finding out that I got infected with corona in my house made me so mad. I was angry. I sat and I was like, I ended up laughing. Like when you're angry and you start laughing, I was laughing and I was like, so you trying to tell me that I was on a hard lockdown for 4 months? I had seen the same 5 faces for 4 months. When I could have been out here, gallivanting, breaking the laws, seeing the people that I wanted to see, because I would have gotten corona in my house anyway. I was so mad. Then we had to try and determine who or what it was that brought the virus into the house. So this is a sensitive topic, very sensitive, that we don't really get into. I think I know who it was. But we just write it up to a range of things because, we don't just want to place blame. So it could have been a certain person. It could have been my dad coming from his school, even though they haven't had any reported cases. Corona is still out here, so it could have been my dad coming from school. It could have been the fact that we get groceries delivered and then you have to be, in communication with these people. So it could have been a range of things. So when I came home the Monday, I phoned my best friend cousin. It's a weird situation. So I was like, I have corona. And she called me back and she was like, Nina, corona how? And I just started laughing. I was like, I've got corona. And she was like, how are you laughing about this? I was like, look here, if you're not going to laugh about it, you're going to cry about it. And I'm not crying about corona. I have corona. With having symptoms, I had most of the common symptoms besides the fever and the shortness of breath, which is honestly a blessing. But I had the chills. I would be in bed going, I don't get cold like that, but I was cold, very, very cold. I had headaches. I had really bad ear aches, but my ear aches was because of the congestion within, your ENT, ear, nose, and throat. I had body aches right down from my shoulders into my thighs, and also whenever I ate with forks or a spoon, I could actually taste the metal. And we had lavender oil that we were using, and it started smelling funky too. It started smelling like cat pee to me. Matthew had the sore chest, he had a cough. I also had a bit of a cough, but my cough is not as bad as Matthew. Also had the body pain and this general fatigue. You are just tired all the time. So every day was different, and every day a different symptom would be intensified. And now, because of the fact that they don't know what the effects of corona is, all we could use for pain was Panado. So I'm someone that deals with chronic pain, so I in general just don't mess around with Panado. It does nothing for me. And all my life I've used Mibulin, which is a ibuprofen paracetamol tablet. So ibuprofen has been cleared by the WHO. However, that one day that I was like, I'm just not doing good today. I need something stronger. I tried a Mibulin and I immediately just felt so sick. I was jittery. I felt nauseous. I felt so sick that all I could think of was drinking water and trying to sleep because I felt so bad after taking that ibuprofen. So I would actually just, stay away from it. I still haven't used it since that time, and we are like 3 weeks later. I'm still very cautious with using certain meds. Now, you must know in our colored household, everybody is a doctor. Everybody has their degree in medicine, and they all know exactly what you need, and that is bosses and Jamaica ginger. Now, I don't mess with Jamaica ginger. I hate Jamaica ginger with a passion. So, when they were giving us Jamaica ginger, I was drinking it. And my mom, they were like, this is how you know, like, Nina's really sick because she's actually drinking the Jamaica ginger. I was taking anything that they were giving us. If it was going to bring some type of relief, I would drink it. We also used Vicks. I'm part of the converted that just believes Vicks is the solution to everything, solution to every problem. I would just smell like a Vicks factory because Vicks was my new body lotion because it helped with congestion, it helped with some of the body pain. So I used Vicks for every little thing. And because our immune systems were depleted, we supplemented ourselves. So we supplemented with zinc and vitamin C. So we were told you could use up to 6,000, I think it's 6,000 milligrams of vitamin C. So we were just boosting with the vitamin C. And as much as you want to just lie down and you're tired and you don't want to do anything, it is crucial to your recovery that you actually get up and you move around a bit. So at least once a day, Mom would open up our bedroom door and she would stand in the kitchen and she'd say, Nina, Matthew, you need to get up now. Put on your masks and come outside. So we would go outside and sit in the sun, and she'd have chairs socially distanced. They would be on the one side of the patio and we'd be on the other side of the patio and we'd be talking. Because my appetite was suppressed really, and we couldn't make our own food and be picky. Our parents were making food that had the best of nutrition, so ensuring good nutrition is also a very crucial part. Currently, we are 3 weeks after isolation. I still struggle with headaches and feeling run down. If I go for walks, I feel winded really quickly. So yeah, I think it's just, the after effects, the lasting effects that we don't know what it is exactly. What I learned from this virus is that it's more than just a physical thing. It's a mental thing as well. For me, for the first few weeks, the 2 weeks, I had this constant anxiety of getting worse and having to go to hospital, saying that my parents aren't infected because they have comorbidities. So, that constant anxiety of like, I hope they don't have it. I hope we don't get worse. All of these things. And it also takes a toll on you. Like, your parents want to help you. It's, for me, my mom is always the person that's like giving us medicine when we're sick and she looks after us and all of this. And her not being able to even come into our room. So she would stand outside my bedroom door and she'd just be watching us like, are you guys okay? Like, do you need anything? And there's nothing that they could really do. And one night stands out for me in particular because I had really bad body aches and I was just crying because it was so bad and I was tired of being sick and I was just fed up. And she was not able to hug us or do anything. And I was like, and then she started crying and I was like, Mommy, just go away, go to your room. Like, there's nothing you can do to help. This virus is really difficult. You could either be perfectly fine going through it, or you could end up in a hospital on a ventilator and you just don't know. So I stay an advocate for wearing your mask, social distancing, because your health and safety should be first. I personally, why I was under hard lockdown for those 4 months was I couldn't imagine going out and bringing corona into my house and having a family member die from it, because you don't know which way it will go and it's different for everyone. I want to say that we are truly blessed to have parents that we live with and Ellie that would make us food and stand by the door and check in on us and even phone us at night to just find out like, are you okay? Because without them, like, I can't imagine having to get up and having to make my own food. And then a huge thank you to Auntie Bernie for bringing us food and the biscuits and just being that auntie that she always is, the best of the best. To be blessed with friends and family that would check in and ask, are we okay? How's it going? Um, and even just to say like, Nina, you in my prayers, and the messages or the video calls, it made me feel not so isolated in isolation. So thank you so much once again. You're all so loved and so appreciated, and you truly are the real ones. Um, my real tips that I want you to take away from this is just to keep a positive mindset about the circumstances. If you are to have corona, just be positive about it. Talk to people about what's happening. Tell people, like, I have corona. Like, this is what's going on. And people generally know what to do. I had amazing people that would distract me from what was happening in my body and happening to me. So they would talk to me about other things. They know my best friend would video call me with the kids and I could laugh at Christian or see Caleb. So these things just help you get better so much quicker. So basically, that's my story. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, social distance, and wear your mask. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Hi. So today is Monday, the 6th of July. I can't even forget. It's Christian's birthday. I found out today that we have the coronavirus. I've been in isolation since Saturday. So yeah, I look disgusting and I'm fine with it at this point in time. Um, yeah, probably I don't know, just a check in. Um, I woke up this morning and I just, because everyone's been saying like maybe it's just a flu, maybe it's just a flu, and I woke up this morning and I was like, this is corona, and I'm fine with it. So I am okay. I'm at peace with it, and we'll make it through. I have my brother with me in isolation, and yeah, we'll make it all through.
En diese patiënt wat problematies is.
This one there, that problematic.
Nurse Ellen, there's a patient that's giving problems. I think we need to inject him. There's a patient in here. His name is Matthew Clark. He's giving problems. Can you bring the injection? Inject him to sleep.
What no that?
Shabbat. Sorry. Is it other green one full?
Yes, mommy.
Good night.